Let me just take my round. First of all, let me thank you for being here. And let me just make certain, it's my understanding you as trustees are responsible for overseeing the federal investment in AIG. Is that correct?
Yeah. We're, just to be clear, we're responsible for overseeing the equity held by the shareholders, the shares held by the trust.
Right. Right. I would like to provide a copy for you to, let me put it this way, do you have a plan?
I think you're probably discussing the plan, the disposition plan that we're responsible for putting together.
Yeah, so are you involved in Project Destiny?
No, no.
No, you're not involved in that at all.
Well,
we've looked at Project Destiny. We've discussed it with the senior staff at AIG. We've given some comments. We've seen it on the high level in terms of the plan.
Right.
If I might add, I think that plan is a good example of the intersections between management, the trustees, and the Treasury and the Fed. The plan, which Mr. Liddy talked about earlier today, is AIG's plan. But in order to implement the plan, it will require a buy-in by the Treasury and the Federal Reserve, and could conceivably involve a change in or an increase in the financing provided by the Treasury and the Federal Reserve to AIG.
Let me ask you. Go ahead.
The role of the trustees in connection with that plan has been to provide our business judgment and experience in reviewing the plan and telling the Treasury and the Fed where we think the plan could be enhanced if we saw areas where that was possible. In fact, we have given them positive input in a number of areas in connection with the analysis and review of the plan. But at the end of the day, it's AIG's plan, and it will only go into effect if the Federal Reserve and the Treasury buy into it. At least that's my understanding.
Right. Let me ask you this then. What is your views on Project Destiny? What do you think of it?
Let me start off. I think it's a workable plan. There are issues that need to be addressed in terms of the timing of the plan. And also the timing has to do with many of the risks that are out there in terms of the economy, the capital markets, and the ability to dispose of or get financing for the disposition of these assets.
Yeah, I think based on what we've seen, Chairman, the plan makes sense. I think one of the challenges that AIG faces is you don't want in this kind of a market to go take these sort of crown jewel assets and sell them in a market where there aren't capital markets for buyers to pay full value. The other problem, of course, is that the AIG brand has been damaged, and I think the company views, and we would concur, that taking the three, in particular the three large insurance assets and making those separate public entities does a number of things. The first thing it does is, of course, get them out from under the negative halo of the AIG brand. It also re-energizes the employees of those companies because they now feel like they have a future with a brand new, very large public company at some point. And then I think the third thing as a practical matter is, to the extent there are entities out there that that would want to acquire an insurance company or something like that, it creates a certain amount of valuation that is apparent to by issuing it into the public market.
Right.
And I think just to follow up on that, that was one of the reasons that we as trustees sent the letter in terms of having a comprehensive compensation philosophy and plan there, because if you're going to be having different companies, you're going to need management out there, and they need the ability to attract and retain people to come in and be able to manage these and get them into the shape that they are going to be able to maximize the value when they're disposed of, either through sale or an IPO.
AIG has